What's going on today? This is Gavin with Stuff Music, and we are excited to bring to you, the YouTuber, the Hall of Fame 2 by TC Electronics. It's really similar to the Hall of Fame 1, a lot of the same reverbs, same dials, whatnot, but a few new things about the pedal, most notably the mash feature on this pedal. This is sort of really what makes the Hall of Fame 2, as well as the Flashback 2, which we do not have yet, but will be getting shortly, totally unique. So let's talk a little bit about the pedal. Straightforward, just looking at the top of the pedal, you see a level, a decay, a tone, and the reverb selection knob, which is pretty straightforward for a Hall of Fame. We also have the option for pre-delay, and you can do short or long. So that basically kind of takes the overall character, and if it's short, it'll take the overall character of the reverb and the pedal, make you feel kind of like you're in a small room. If it's long, it'll make you feel like you're in a much bigger room. Despite what reverb setting you have selected, that'll adjust the overall sort of character of the sound. Yeah, and so other than that, very self-explanatory. Where we get into the most interesting part of this pedal is the inclusion of some new reverbs, and most importantly, the mash feature, which doubles this pedal largely as an expression pedal, and we'll show you how to do that. So, first reverb I have dialed in right now is the room reverb, which is the most basic, just sort of classic stock reverb kind of sound. The way I have the pedal dialed in right now is meant to coordinate with the mash feature, which again doubles as an expression pedal for the reverb, for the level of the reverb, as well as in some of the settings it'll be an expression pedal for the decay and the tone. So the way I have it dialed right now is I have a little bit of reverb dialed in with the level at about 10 o'clock. So if I just play, a chord or something, if I turn the pedal on and play a chord. Just a touch of classic sort of room sounding reverb, nothing terribly special. It's a good sound, but I have the level backed off a little bit because what the mash is going to do is act as an expression pedal for the reverb. So the mash is going to allow me to take the reverb from where it's at right now on the level all the way up to the fullest output that it can have. So I'll show you what I mean. And I do that by gently engaging the pedal instead of just pressing. If I just press it, I'll turn the pedal off. But as you can see, when the pedal's on, if I slowly engage it, you'll see an orangish LED light up where the mash button is at the bottom right of the decay. So if I slowly engage it, start to see that pedal light up. And again, the dimmer the light, the less increase in the output I've given. So like right here, the light's very dim, so I'm adding just a touch of reverb compared to what it is. So just adds a little bit more, and I can go the full way up. If I press the whole way in, it'll essentially take that level knob and turn it all the way up. And if I switch between the two, maybe play. So as you can see, this is a super cool pedal to be able to double as an expression pedal like this, in addition to just being a regular reverb pedal and be able to set your tone and go. It's awesome. It's awesome to be able to use. Now the mash button would be more or less disengaged if I had the level up the entire way, because then the mash is not going to increase the level past what it's already at if I have that level knob set the whole way. So that's why I'm tailoring it to the point that the volume of the reverb can be boosted on top. So that is the room setting, is the most sort of basic bare bones setting. I'm going to switch over to the hall setting, which is, as many of you probably know from other gear and other demos, a hall setting is just a wider sounding, more cavernous, slightly more cavernous sounding sound than a room, obviously, because it's a bigger space. And this is also similar in the fact that I'm controlling the level of the reverb with the mash button. So I'm going to leave the settings largely the same, and this will show you what that sounds like. So just the reverb by itself, if I play that. Again, really similar idea. As I'm bringing the mash button in more and more, it's adding more of that cavernous volume effect to expression effect to the pedal. It's really useful to be able to do. You can punctuate certain chords. So, you know, say there's something I really want to bring out in the sound, I'll just... All right, next we're on to the spring setting, which is just a classic sort of spring reverby kind of thing. And it does the exact same as the previous two settings. It'll just be a volume boost with the mash pedal, so. Right there's the gist of the spring setting. If I move on to the plate setting, this is just your classic sort of plate reverb effect, and again, really similar to the previous in that I'm just boosting the overall level of the reverb as I'm mashing the pedal. Okay, all right, now we're on to the church setting. And this is sort of the newest reverb, because what the mash is going to affect is the decay. So I'm going to do similarly to what I did with the level on the previous settings, except with the decay. I'm going to keep the decay back a little bit so that when I hit the mash pedal, it's going to show that nice sort of cavernous difference in the decay. I'm going to keep the level boosted so there's a good amount of effect in the signal, and show you what that sounds like. So if I engage the pedal, the church is going to sound just like this by itself. And as I bring the mash in, you can have, I believe, up to 20 seconds of decay. It's an awesome sound. So great for single notes if I'm playing sort of a lead kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, that's an awesome, really cool effect to be able to do. It's just a warm sound. It really allows you to tail the chords and to add a lot of ambiance, and it's great for solo guitar kind of things too, if you're bringing in, you know, maybe playing an intro of some sort. So again, what I'm doing to create that effect is I'm keeping the decay, as you can see, between 9 and 10 o'clock basically, and that's allowing me to, when I mash the pedal, to show the vast increase in the decay and create that effect, use it as an expression. Okay, now we're on to the shimmer effect of this pedal, which is a really cool effect. What it does is it takes the church algorithm from the church mode and puts it through an octaver, and basically you get an octave above the church mode with the shimmer. It's a really cool effect. What this is going to do when I engage the mash is it's going to increase the decay. So I'm going to keep that sort of where it was for the church setting, and it's also going to add tone. So like I did with the decay and like I did with the level and the other settings, I'm going to back off a little bit of tone because the mash will then increase both the tone and the decay. And as well as this has a maximum of about 13 or 14 seconds of decay as well. So let me show you what that is. Here's with just the effect as is without the mash. I want to point out that I also adjusted the pre-delay to be shorter, so as you can tell, it has that shorter sort of hits the wall much sooner, so to speak. And if I bring in the mash, okay, now we're on to the mod setting. The mod setting just adds a chorus modulation effect. I have the tone and the decay set back because when I engage the pedal, it'll increase the speed and the depth of the chorus, as you can hear. So here's the pedal by itself with no mash. When I bring in, engage the pedal. Okay, finally we have the lo-fi setting. What the lo-fi setting will do is it'll manipulate the decay and as well as the tone, and creates for a really neat effect on the tone of the instrument. And so here's with the pedal just engaged and no mesh. Okay, final features with this pedal is like any TC electronic pedal, there's programmable tone prints. We have 3 spots on the pedal. You can program 3 different tone prints. It's really neat. You can go online if you're not familiar with the TC experience. You can go online, download an app on your phone, and literally hold the app to a pickup on your guitar, and it'll program the sound into one of the tone prints of your pedal. It's a great feature. There are hundreds online of that, even some that artists create themselves. So it's a really neat feature. And yeah, that is the Hall of Fame 2 by TC Electronic. Thanks for checking us out here at End Stuff. This is a terrific pedal. TC is doing really cool things, creating an expression pedal-like scenario in a stomp box, in an already great sounding stomp box. It's incredible to do. I'm excited for the Flashback 2. I'm excited to get that in and also be able to do these same capabilities. So thank you for checking us out at End Stuff, and hope to talk to you and hope to work with you, and please continue viewing our videos and check us out online. Thank you.